Desk accessor. It's lost all meaning. In today's video, we will be looking at my favorite desk accessories under $50. Now, I do want to start by saying these are all my personal preference for my space. I have no idea what your preferences are, or what your setup looks like, or how you want it to be, but perhaps this will give you some ideas for your own setup. And when I say desk setup, I'm referring to my whole desk area overall. So getting started, and in no particular order, we've got some modern art. I want to feel comfortable in my space, so I found this cool triple canvas set of mountains. I love mountains. There's something just majestic about them. And with my office setup, I've got a lot of blues, blacks, and wood tones around, so this set of art really tied in well with that. And these mountains look kind of similar to the ones around me at home. And of course, you'll be able to browse any art you'd like for your space. Just find what works for you and what will make you feel comfortable. For this set, at the time of this filming, they are about 25 bucks. Not bad for a 3-piece set. Next up, and following along with the art, we've got sound panels. We've all been in rooms where there's a really bad echo, and it's almost hard to concentrate when it's like that. And for someone like me who does a lot of video editing, including sound design, I need to have an accurate representation of what I'm working with. I need my sound quality to be fairly precise, and that would be much more difficult without sound treating my space. To take the sound panels a step further, I got some 1x3 boards from the hardware store and built some frames for the panels. I stained the wood to match some other dark maple wood stuff I had in the office, and I think they turned out pretty well. Another thing about building my own is I was able to make them exactly as I needed them to fit the space. I considered doing the classic checkerboard on the wall, but ended up wanting to do something a little different. For a pack of these sound panels, they come in also right around $25. And moving right along, we've got a wireless charger that can charge my phone, watch, and AirPods all at once. I really prefer keeping a clutter-free desktop, and that's where this charger came in handy. After using my wireless keyboard and mice for so many years and having those cables gone, I didn't want to have another cable back on the desk if I needed to charge my phone. And I was happy to find this charger a couple years ago. It's a nice wireless charger that keeps my phone upright, and I also like that if I need to glance at it for a message or use it real quick, there's not anything in the back. I can wrap my hand right around it and use my phone. And being able to charge my watch and AirPods was a really nice extra feature. At the bottom of the charger, it's got 3 lights, and each one of the lights represents one of the different chargers. And when you first put your device on, that light will come on, and then it fades off after a minute, but you know that it's working. So the nice thing about that is that green light isn't catching your eye while you're working. So right now, this sweet charger comes in right at $30. My iMac that I do all my work on is getting a few years old at this point, and it's not loaded with USB or USB-C ports. And these days, pretty much everything is using USB-C. So I really needed a good USB-C expansion. And after a little searching, I found this Satechi, not sure. It's a nice hub that has exactly what I needed. Now, something to be aware before you buy a USB hub is that they come in data transfer only and a video transfer capability. Now, my iMac does have 2 USB-C ports in it. So my monitor is plugged into one of those, and then I've got my Satechi extension hub plugged into the other one. Now it's cool, it's really thin, and I've got another couple things plugged in the back, and that leaves me 2 open ports in the front, so those are available whenever I need them. And this hub is a little more pricey than our previous items, and that comes in right at 40 bucks. So going back to my comment earlier about sound design, I use a couple nice JBL speakers, and sometimes I just want to crank them up, you know, jam some Def Leppard or something. And with my speakers on the desk, a worry I had was about them vibrating if I'd be blasting music. So our next item are speaker pads. These are nice pads that will absorb any vibrations, and I've got them laid out to actually angle my speakers up more towards my ears. And aside from that, these are nothing crazy, but they do come in at $35 for the pair. And before we wrap up, I wanted to share one bonus item for any iMac users out there. And we did see this for a moment, but I absolutely love this iMac USB hub. It's an SD card reader. It's got 3 USB ports and a USB-C port. It's really slim and it clips right into the iMac itself. And they've got it in the different colors to match iMacs, so whichever one you're using, you can get a matching one. And that thing has been absolutely awesome. I use it every single day. And one thing to be aware of if you do get one, if you plug in a micro SD card, it actually needs to be flipped upside down to go in. Took me a little bit to figure that out when I got mine, but it's awesome. And that one comes in right at the line at $50. There are my top 5 desk accessories. I'd love to hear what you'd add to this, so please let me know below.